What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about The Bad Guys. So The Bad Guys is a brand new animated film coming from Dreamworks, and I got to check it out a little bit early. It actually doesn't come out here in the States until April 22nd, so I'm getting to check it out quite a bit early. And yeah, I'll go ahead and start this off by saying I enjoyed a lot about this movie. I enjoyed the message, the theme, the animation, the music throughout, and overall I found it to be an entertaining, good time that I think a lot of younger viewers are definitely going to enjoy, and something that I think will be, at least entertaining to watch for any adults or parents that are coming along with their kids to go check this movie out. This is the directorial debut for Pierre, Perifel, who's done a lot of animation work, but the first time he's actually directing a film, and I thought he did a pretty good job here. I enjoyed the vision of the film. There is an element about this film that feels, a little bit generic in the modern day of animated movies. I can see this movie kind of getting lost in the shuffle of just another animated film, especially once it hits streaming, but there was a lot about this film that definitely gave it its own unique energy and its own unique feel and vibe, especially when it comes to the animation and the look, while also having that familiar Dreamworks feel that you kind of come to expect from their movies. This movie has a really great cast with people like Rockwell, Awkwafina, Marc, Maron, Craig Robinson, Anthony Ramos, and many more. And overall, I really enjoyed the cast and the voice work here. You could definitely tell everybody was having a lot of fun with the roles and having a lot of fun with these characters. This is a world where both animals and humans kind of just live normally as actual sentient beings. You have animals that can stand on their 2 feet and walk around and work jobs, and you have a fox who's the governor in this movie. And yeah, it's one of those animated films where the animals and the humans both have their own like sentient lives, and they go to work and they kind of are around one another, and it's a very normal thing. The basic premise of this film is that you have this group of individuals called the bad guys, who are pretty much the bad guys. They're like almost like an Ocean's 11 type group with less people in their group. And yeah, it just follows this group of individuals who are really big into doing heists and different crimes. They've been with each other for very many years, and they have a really cool chemistry and energy. There were a couple of characters that were part of the bad guys that I feel were more there for comedic purposes or something to kind of push the story forward, and maybe didn't have as much to do as their own singular character. The premise of this film is that you have the bad guys, and they end up getting arrested, and they think that they're the top dogs, and they don't really like to be insulted in any way, shape, or form about what they do as criminals. Well, one day they're actually put in a situation where they have to be good, and over the course of the film they start to find themselves enjoying the transition of becoming good. At first it kind of seems like something they're gonna do just to kind of sneak their way back into being the bad guys, but eventually over the course of the film, specifically the character of Wolf, played by Rockwell, goes through a journey and starts to discover this better part of himself. And this movie very much hones in on the message of never giving up hope on an individual and always being able to change. Pretty much, this is a movie about change, recognizing that others can change, giving others a chance to change, and recognizing that a lot of times we kind of write certain people off, and if you never give anybody any sort of faith or hope or any sort of energy towards them actually being able to change, then they'll never believe that they can change. They'll always stay who they are. And a lot of times, sometimes when we are the one that needs to change, and we can recognize that in ourselves, our ability to actually make that move and actually change in our lives a lot of times rubs off on those around us, and ultimately will change them as well. And so I think that this movie has a really good message about not giving up hope on individuals or on yourself, and that there's always ability to change no matter how bad your past is. So without a doubt, a good message for young viewers, and a just good message overall for viewers in general. I enjoyed the overall feel and vibe of this film. I enjoyed the score a lot. I did find this film to be really entertaining to watch as well. There were a lot of really great big action sequences where the animation was definitely able to shine, and then we definitely had some great moments like car chase scenes throughout the course of the film that again really let the animation shine. And there was something, like I mentioned earlier, to the animation that feels familiar to other Dreamworks films, but at the same time there was something that gave this film its own identity without a doubt. This movie is based on a series of books by the same name that were written by Aaron Blabey or Blabby, not entirely sure how to pronounce their name, but yeah, I had no knowledge of that book series at all going into this, so this was completely just a blind watch for me. And I can definitely say after having seen it that I was really into the characters and what was happening, and yeah, if they make make a sequel, I think I'll really be down to check it out. Now, if I have to be completely honest, beyond the fact that I did enjoy it and found it to be an entertaining time, there were elements about the story that I found to be very generic. There is an element to this that feels like a been there, done that kind of thing. The villain element in the story very much so was that kind of thing. And even though I really enjoyed the message and all that stuff throughout the course of the film, I did feel that there was a lot of convenience throughout the course of the film to get the characters from one place to the next, which kind of made certain things feel a little bit rushed when it comes to character development. I don't think this is one of the modern day animated films that's like going in with a really, deep written story that's going to really, captivate audiences of all ages 100%. I think this is a movie that has a really good message that I think most people are really going to enjoy the message and the entertaining action sequences and visuals of the film and a lot of the really cute comedic moments. I think this is something that a lot of younger viewers are definitely going to love. But when it comes to the story, there is that element of convenience at times where it doesn't really feel like there's a huge sense of stakes, and pretty much you know where this is going as the movie is playing out. With that said, I did enjoy the film and I do recommend checking it out once it does come out. And if you have younger viewers in your household, I think it's definitely a movie that's going to do well with them on streaming, or if you take them to the theater to check it out. So that's going to be my thoughts. This movie comes out on April 22nd, so definitely check it out if you guys are interested. And yeah, I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say down below in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.